Well, falling short of words to describe what the market health is right now. Can't spot any green on the Nifty 50 majors. And if you look at the F&O picture, Harsh, the breath is even worse over there because there are only 4 names which are actually in the green. And, that too, if persistent is just flat at best. So if you want to call that a gainer, that's a different story altogether. There's actually only Page and Dixon, which are about a respectable mover today. Dixon up 0.5% and Page is up 1.5%. Other than that, maybe a DMart, which is just about managing to latch onto the green. It's all a sea of red all across. But let's welcome on board Mr. Chanchal S.S. Rajora and figure out from him as to how the business is shaping up at Transformers and Rectifiers. Mr. Rajora, great to have you today on ET Now. I was just looking at your order book at the end of Q3, and that's at about 5,500 odd crore rupees. You're targeting about 8,000 crores by the end of the fiscal. How much of it have you been able to achieve?
Good morning and happy to have you here. Understand that we have just concluded the financial year yesterday itself, and there are lots of things is happening on the book building and all these things. And as you know that we are the first company to declare the result also. So lots of things are working on that. And as far as the number side is concerned, look, I will be not able to basically tell you the numbers and all because of the obvious reasons. But yes, Q4 we have done very good numbers, and we hope that we will be able to satisfy what we have been basically promised to our investors.
I understand, Rajora, Mr. Rajora, that you're on silent period. But give us a sense, how is order traction building up? We're seeing some bit of a heat wave coming through. Are you seeing orders continuing to flow through? Are you seeing the kind of momentum sustain? Is that something that you're seeing? I think Aisha's question or tilt is more towards that. Are we seeing the kind of order traction sustain at the end of Q4, and you're expecting it to sustain in Q1 FY27 as well?
Aisha, if you see that basically the Q4 was not that exciting for everybody in terms of the orders is concerned. The people have hold because of the certain reason what is happening in the geopolitical issues and all. But yes, Q1, it is going to be the very good period for industry in terms of the order inflow and all, because whatever order flow which has not come into the Q3 and the Q4 and Q1 of this year will fall in this year, right? We don't see that this situation of Middle East or Western Asia is going to be more than say another 15-20 days, and beyond that we will be going to have a great period coming into that. So yes, Q4 was a holding period that all the people have hold their orders, but Q1 and 2 are going to be very, very strong for across the industry, is what I feel as far as the order is concerned.
That's quite interesting that you say that. So could you describe a little bit more as to how the demand environment is looking like? And when you say that across the industries, you're expecting good momentum, specifically which segments are showing more traction than the others?
Look, central utilities business, as you say, is going to be come up as Q4. They have not come up with a good number of orders, but at the end of the year, as Power Grid has also announced that their capex infusion is going to be in place and going to be increased the manner they were doing it. That is the one thing. State utilities, few orders which were on the down, which were completely on the track, has been delayed by 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and which is going to be come up in the first 15 days or 20 days in the April. This is one thing. But there are the few other orders which industries were holding, which we feel that are going to be executed very, very soon. And then there are some couple of export orders which we were on very, very advanced stages, which we could not able to materialize because we were also tied up into the Q4 and this situation was going on. We feel that this is going to be come up by and large in this quarter sharply. Like say data center requirement has started coming up in this power sector is already coming up. Middle East has been already a strong portfolio for the furnace transformers and power transformers for us, and we see a very big opportunity for the company like us in these sectors. And apart from that, 2 weeks back, the government of India has announced this small hydropower projects, which is a significantly very huge opportunity, particularly for the Indian manufacturers, and also the Bhavya scheme, that Bharat Atmanirbhar scheme, which they have come up. It's going to be significantly help for the business, in particularly in the power industry, which I feel.
And raw material prices, Mr. Rajoria, give us a sense of how that is playing out, both on your business as well as generally. What's the impact going to be for you, and give us the broader picture of how raw material prices are playing out?
Harsha, as of now, except the copper, the material prices are not increasing that much across the board. Electrical steel is always on the mode which was there in last 1 year. CRGO is not an issue. Copper has been increased because there's LME is increased. But for the company, we have a pass-through available with our customers, so we don't have any issues on that particular part. So far, nothing has been increased basically in terms of the pricing is concerned. As far as the raw material is concerned, yes, there is a small increase into the gas price, LPG prices, which is not that significant as far as the overall usage is concerned of the fuel.
And the impact of that on your margins will virtually be very low to nil impact, or is there a timing difference there between translation to your customer and you taking this on your books? I'm trying to understand whether there's any impact on your numbers.
No, I don't think any number is going to be impact on my profitability because of that. First of all, it has come very late. It will impact it on the next year, and it's the LPG price increase is very low in terms of the total power consumption in our portfolio is concerned. So it's not going to be impact. And whatever it says, the price variation in terms of the copper and CRGO, we have pass-through available. So it doesn't impact on our book in that line. Two more significant things actually, as far as the company side, I would like to highlight here what we have done in last quarter, or say very significantly, very new in last week itself. This is related to basically one that in one of our subsidiary we have done exclusively agreement with one of the Chinese copper conductor manufacturers to supply their CTCs in Indian market. That is going to be a significant helpful for us. We have been importing from this company CTC, particularly for the reactor supplies to the power grid and NTPC and all. And now we have been come to agreement with them that we will be exclusively marketing the product in India, which is going to be a significant advantage for us in terms of the subsidiary business increment, which basically we have been focusing in the last 2 years, and my subsidiaries are doing extremely good business in last 2 years. This year also you will see when we will give the result announcement. And this is also help us to basically, make sure that a continuous supply of CTC to us, though the Indian manufacturers are also supporting us a lot in that, but our requirement is increasing. That is help us. And with that, we'll be able to help the other consumers also in India. Second, very significant strategic thing what we have done, we have entered with into MOU with one of the biggest leasing company, equipment leasing company in this country and the world, right? And we have decided under this MOU, we will be extending this facility to our customers. So the leasing company can lease the equipments to the customers for the longer period so that their capex requirement will go down. And my working capital will get strengthened because of I will get the money upfront from the leasing company. It's a very significant impact, and this is a significant strategic move what we have done, and this is the first of its kind is happened in this country. So these two are going to have a good impact for us in coming time to play.
How much of your working capital days come down?
Sure, very drastically it will come down once it has happened.
Could you quantify it?
Harsha, is depend on the kind of the business revenue what we will be getting from that. But what we have estimated that once this thing is started playing well to us, at least we'll have a advantage of around 10 to 12, 15 days in the working capital cycle on this time. As it is, we are working very hard and significantly. Last 2 years, we have improved our working capital drastically, and the journey will continue till we achieve a target of around 100 days to 95 days on the working capital cycle. And as I have been telling you, Harsh, always that company's vision is to reach 28, 29 by 28, 29 the 8,000 crore revenue, and we are quite focused and we are dedicatedly working on that direction with all aspects, whether it is the backward integration, whether it is the capacity expansions, or whether it is the margin expansions, or the strategic order booking. We are not rushing for the order booking like the Matt person. We are choosing the orders. We are working very closely with our customers. Delivery is properly focused for us so that we don't end up paying the LDs. So we are bang on the target on 28, 29 milestone basically.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Arora, for coming in and speaking with us. Complete pleasure as always.
Thank you, Harshad. Thank you.
Right. And that, viewers, gives us a bit of a sense of what's playing out in the